Hey, Patriots at Large, Terry Anderson. You know, as we go about and we talk to people and stuff, we get to meet Patriots here and there. And, you know, this gentleman that I'm meeting here tonight, I had heard his name and heard his story for the last 6 months, maybe longer. I'm about ready to start crying because, man, this is a crushing story. Jeff Younger, your boy.
James Younger and my other son Jude Younger.
Okay, I'm gonna let Jeff tell you the story about what's been going on in his world with his son. Go ahead, Jeff. Tell us about this.
Well, it started at the age of 3. My ex-wife started trying to transition my son James to a girl, and she was teaching him that he had a girl's brain in a boy's body. She pushed me out of the house, filed for divorce, and the liberal judges in Dallas County so far have let her transition my son to a girl. In July 31st, they took my sons away from me so that she could transition him. He's now going to school in a dress. He's called by a fake girl's name in school. He uses the girl's restroom. All of his authority figures tell him he's a girl. They've restricted me. I have less now visitation time with my son than some of the worst criminals in the state of Texas. I was given supervised visitation with my son, each visit costing me $600.
Oh my God.
And at those visits, they said I could not change my son out of a dress.
Ugh.
I could not teach my son traditional Christian teachings on sexuality and gender. I could not pray with my sons. And I could not even talk to my sons about any future we might have together. And because I refused to participate in the abuse of my son, because I consider this to be straight up sexual abuse.
Yes, it is.
That's
This
been
is child abuse.
That's straight up been ordered by a
Oh, my
judge.
God.
It's the first time I believe
What is this?
in Texas.
What's this judge's name?
Judge Mary Brown,
Out of
301st District Court in Dallas County.
Judge Mary Brown. Shame on you.
Shame on you, Judge.
Shame on you.
Shame on you, Judge. And the one of the premises for them doing this to me is they, because I had been so effective in lobbying for legislation to outlaw sex change surgeries on kids,
Right.
this leftist judge gave me a gag order, which doesn't prohibit me from talking about my case. It prohibits me from talking about political topics. I'm not allowed to talk about LGBT issues.
What?
I'm not allowed to give any interviews with anybody. I'm not allowed to do any social media. They ban me from social media.
At what consequence? At what risk? What if you do? What happens?
They wanted to shut me down
Contempt
because
of
they,
court?
yes, they want to, and I've told the judge repeatedly, I'm not following your unconstitutional gag order.
There you go.
You know, today we were asked, you know, what are you going to do if they issue illegal mandates? Here's what I did to the judge. I've told the judge repeatedly, I'm not following your illegal and unconstitutional gag order. If you believe that this gag order is constitutional, you are obligated to give me the maximum criminal sentence under criminal contempt. I have a writ of habeas corpus already prepared. We will go to the Supreme Court and see who's right. You cannot take away my constitutional
She's
rights.
probably afraid to do that because she knows she's going to lose when
Correct.
it goes to a higher court.
Correct.
So she's trying to stick this in her court, leave it in her court. You need an actual reason to get this kicked up out of her
You're
court.
right. So that's why she took my kids, because she knew she'd lose on the gag order.
Oh my
issue.
gosh. That is so sad. Jeff.
The gag order would have effectively barred me from running for office because I couldn't talk about any of the topics in the Texas legislative priorities for the GOP. That's how bad our judges are in these liberal districts.
So now you're running for district. You're running for office.
That's
what
right.
are you running for, sir?
So I'm running for Texas House District 63.
Okay.
We have no incumbent, so it's a four-way primary.
Right.
I decided to run because Bob Hall and Brian Slayton repeatedly called me and said, we need a good conservative like you to
Good.
stand up with us,
Good.
especially in the House.
Good. Bob's a good guy.
And he is, and so is Brian Slayton.
Yeah.
And I will back Brian Slayton in the House.
I don't know as much about Brian, so I can't speak to that, but I know
Yeah.
Bob Hole. I know his record. I know
Yeah.
who he is. But, man, that's awesome that you're doing that. I want to kind of keep this short because we're going to put this on our YouTube channel.
Sure.
We're going to post this up on Patriots at Large. I'm going to try to just get this up on Patriots at Large ASAP. What can we do to help?
So go to my webpage, jeffyoungerfortexas.com. It's just fortexas.com. Learn about what I think about the issues, and it really matters. Small donations really matter.
Right.
The bigger donors, they look at how many smaller donors are supporting me, right? That helps. Also, leave your email address because when it comes time to mobilize voters, you're going to know some people in my district, and you can help me get the vote out.
Right. And your district encompasses what area? You think you told me it was like Little Elm?
It's the southern bottom part of Denton County. It's just a horizontal strip. So it's Flower Mound.
Kind of runs south of Matt's district then,
Yes,
right?
that's
Okay.
right.
Right. Okay, cool.
So it's Flower Mound, Louisville, Northern Carrollton Trophy Club and Roanoke.
Man, this is a blessing, guys. We get to meet two great candidates running for districts in our local area here. I know we've got people all over the country, all over the world, but in North Texas right here, you know, we're at risk of having our red state turn blue here, and so we need to really, you know, get the right people in office. And you know, the office is one thing. The deal you're dealing with your son is something totally different. I mean, obviously it's inspired you to do something more, but my heart goes out to this man, you guys. And if we, you know, if nothing else, you know, you have our prayers.
Thank you.
You have, you know, our best wishes, and you have our undivided anger against Judge Mary Brown.
Mary Brown.
Mary Brown. Shame on you again. It's just ridiculous. I've heard about this case for 6 months. I didn't ever get to meet you until now. I am so angry right now hearing this story from you, because I've heard this story secondhand 3 or 4 times, and I am so angry to hear this from you firsthand right now. I could just,
It's time for the legislature to really reassert its supervisory functions over the judiciary.
yes.
The only checks and balances against judges in Texas are the Texas, well, first of all, there's appeals, right? Then there's the Judicial Conduct Commission, which lies with the judiciary. But did you know that whenever they sanction judges, they may find felonies on the bench, and they sanction judges,
Yep.
they never make that public to the voters?
Right.
We don't know whether judges have committed felonies on their bench or not. They don't tell us. And the only other check and balance in our Constitution is the legislature and the impeachment authority. And I think when a liberal judge in Dallas County, like that 301st Court judge, orders a child to be sexually abused,
Yeah.
I believe that's impeachable.
Well, and let me say one other thing too, and that's, yeah, so we need to get some more info on this. We need to become more aware, and I'd like to see if you could help us out. We also have a podcast we do. It's called The Real Deal Broadcast.
Oh, great.
Love to have you on that.
Let's do that.
Bo Carver. We'll do it on Tuesday nights at like 7:30.
Let's do it.
We just started back up again, so we're going to try to get you on that. Listen, man, Jeff, we're glad to meet you, and
Thank you.
again, we appreciate it. We'll get this out as quick as we can, guys. Patriots at Large, help this guy out, man. Let's get him elected too, with Matt Poole, some of these other people, Raven Harrison that we're working with.
Yeah.
It's an awesome deal. We need to get Patriots in these right positions, guys. God bless.
And please pray for my sons, James and
Yes,
Jude.
yes,
Thank
James
you.
and Jude. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it, Chef. All right, man. Yeah, I'll
Is that
post.
what you need?
That's
Go.
exactly what
Try
I
to play.
need.
We'll do that podcast. Just let me know.
I will, sir. Yeah, we'll reach
I'll
out
send
to.
you an email
Yeah,
from the one you got with this card, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah.